As a linguist and teacher of foreign languages, I created Scene by Scene to solve a number of problems. First of all, the YouTube database has some videos that are good for study. However, ideally you want to find videos that have transcriptions. And there's no way to filter the YouTube database for videos that occur in one language and have subtitles in that same language. So I created playlists for Spanish, and every video listed here has a transcription of the words spoken by the speaker. That's the criteria for being included in this app. Now notice at the bottom there's two tabs, Human Translation and Auto Translation. The Human Translation means that accompanying every transcription is a translation into your native language. And this is for Spanish to English, so that each video will have an accompanying English translation made by a human. In the Auto Translation tab, you're going to have more videos that are available. These videos all have transcriptions, but there's no human English translation, and so it's been auto-translated, and you get the same user experience, but the quality of the translation is not as reliable. So the preference is for human translation, but depending on the language, there might not be a lot of content. For Spanish, there's a lot of content. So let's take a video. There's a YouTube channel called Curiosamente. So what happens when you press a video? Let's find out.
El español es una de las lenguas más importantes del mundo. Es el segundo lugar por número de hablantes.
Now, the first thing you'll notice is that, why did it stop? Well, that's because you'll see at the top there, highlighted in blue, it says scenes. It is now in scene mode, which means it's divided up the video into small chunks according to the timestamps of the subtitles. So the goal is to listen to it and then see if you understood what they said by delaying the information. So here's the transcription of what was just said. If I want to repeat it, I hit the middle button.
El español es una de las lenguas más importantes del mundo. Es el segundo lugar por número de hablantes.
If I want to check the translation, click there, and any word is clickable. Lugar, and it queries the Glossary database, and it shows me 1 through 7 different ways that lugar can be translated. In addition to that, we have translation memories or parallel translations. Sometimes they're paragraphs instead of sentences, but preferably you want them to be short. And if you want to get a better look, you just slide that up and you can see more. To go to the next scene, you hit the next.
De hablantes y se ha dicho que es el idioma para hablar con Dios, pero.
And you work your way through the video scene by scene. The idea is to work all the way through it, the first time analyzing it, making sure you understand everything, repeating anything that you don't. And then after that, hitting the play all. Now it's in play all mode, and now I can re-go through the video.
¿De dónde viene el español? Los lingüistas no saben con certeza cómo surgió el lenguaje humano, pero sí han explicado.
Now I can watch the video with both subtitles being displayed at the same time without having to press any buttons. In the upper right, you also have the speed of the video, which can be controlled and slowed down.
Que los idiomas se empezaron a diferenciar cuando las poblaciones se separaban. El hecho de vivir en lugar.
Now, next to the transcription, you have a red flag. If I press that button, you'll notice a number 1 has been added in the upper left-hand corner. These are flagged scenes. So as I work through the video, I can flag any scene that has a word or has an issue that I find interesting or difficult. And
aislados con diferente clima, animales, vegetación y diferentes vecinos hizo que a partir de pequeñas variaciones de dialecto se creara.
So I flagged this scene and now have 2 flagged scenes. When I click this button,
cuando las poblaciones se separaban. El hecho de vivir en lugares aislados con diferente clima.
It now jumps to those two flag scenes, and when I hit the next button, it doesn't go to the next scene in chronological order, but rather to the next flagged scene. And so if I have a long video, like 30 minutes long, but there's only a few flagged scenes, I can just jump right to those problem areas and get to them quickly. You'll also notice above the flag, there's a copy button. When I press that, it says the YouTube link for the scene has been copied to your clipboard. So what that's for is you can now go to Language app where you chat with native speakers of the language, and if you have you want to ask them a question about a particular scene, it gets the link for that person to jump right to that scene and begin watching it. And it also pastes the transcription. So that person, if for whatever word in the transcription or syntax or pronunciation you want to ask them, you can they can see exactly how it's transcribed and how it's being used in the video in context. If you find a video on YouTube that is not in scene by scene, now the challenge, of course, is finding YouTube videos that have Spanish subtitles, and they're also speaking Spanish, and they don't have to have the translation, because if there's no translation, it can just be auto-translated. But what you want to do is hit the share button at the top, and these are all the videos that it can be ported to, and one of them is scene by scene. And the video will be ported to scene by scene.
Hay que bajar alguna vez al infierno. La primera vez.
Notice this gear on the left shows that this particular video actually has 3 transcriptions available. 2 of them are from YouTube and 1 is from Amara. So if there's by chance a video that has more than 1 transcription, you can select the one that you want to use. Perhaps there's one that's better quality or that's divided up better, you can select that one. Or if you make your own through the Amara website, Scene by Scene will automatically query Amara for any subtitles available in that language. So the video that was just added has also been added to the playlist called Community Added. So any videos that you find on YouTube and port to Scene by Scene will now be included in that playlist.